How to start the preparing for physics? The perfect way to start preparing for physics it is by striking to the basics. Brush up your concept of basic trigonometry, geometry, calculus, AP, arithmetic progression, GP, geometric progressions, and well-known algebraic formula. The better command you have over mathematics, easier it will be for you to solve the numerical in physics. The understanding the basic outline of the physics paper in it. The core intention of the examiner while setting up the physics paper is to check the basic understanding of the student towards the subject, and most of the questions asked are easier to moderate. Some questions will be definitely require higher order thinking skills since it is a competitive exam, but almost 60-70% of the questions can be solved with easy if you have a basic understanding of the concepts and known how to use the formula which you have learned during preparation. If we talk about percentage, then almost 60% of the questions asked are directly formula based and can be easily solved if you know the formula involved in these questions. The rest 5-10% of the questions are factual and just involve the memorization of some common facts and orders like frequency, order for electromagnetic radiation, order of penetrating power of different rays, etc. The perfect strategies for the solving these type of questions is to read the summary of each chapter given in your NCERT textbooks, and it will be serve the purpose. The result 2020, the rest 20-30% of questions require deep understanding and knowledge of the concept involved, as they can't be always solved through the formula. Chapter wise weightage of physics paper. With my experience of guiding and helping students for the NEET examination and myself being aspirant earlier, here I am prouding the trend of physics paper as how many questions are generally asked on average from each chapter of physics. The data which I am providing is solely based on my experience and analysis of previous papers and the latest trends observed. You can export this same trend in your paper too. Chapter and topic. Expected a physical world. So 0 to 1. Number of questions exported. Units, dimensions and 4. Errors 1. Measuring in instruments 1. Kinematics 1 or 2. Circular motion 1. Newton law of motion 1 or 2. Friction 0 or 1. Work, power, energy 2. Rotational mechanics 3. Properties of solid 1. Fluids 1 or 2. Thermal physics 1 or 2. Thermodynamics 2. Simple harmonic motion 2. Waves 1 or 2. Gravitation 2. Electrostatics 2 or 3. Current electricity 3. Magnetism 3 or 4. Electromagnetic radiation 1 or 2. Alternating current 2. Electromagnetic waves 1. Ray optics 3. Wave optics 2. Atoms 2. Photoelectric effect 1. Nuclei 2. Semiconductor devices 3. So note the chapter communication system is not including the NEET syllabus, and till now no questions has been asked in the previous years. It's only a part of the JEE syllabus and CBSE board examination. So high yielding topics in NEET physics paper. In the high yielding topics in NEET physics includes the rotational mechanics, current electricity, semiconductor devices and ray optics. These chapters are topics together to combined yield to a total of 12 to 13 questions. So these chapters can't be ignored at all, however though they may be seem. Apart from this there are many chapters and topics which are easy and small and don't require much of time and efforts and easily fetch you one to two questions. Hence, these topics must be prepared after the above mentioned bulky chapters. These topics include units and dimensions, errors, measuring instruments, kinematics, mechanical properties of solid, simple harmonic motion, electromagnetic waves, and wave optics. So one thing you all must have noticed that I have not mentioned the importance of modern physics. Till now, for fact, if you are a serious NEET aspirant, then it's not worthy mentioning. Every NEET aspirant must have heard about this topic and they know that it is easiest of all topics and high scoring for physics sessions. No serious candidates can even dream of getting selected without mastering this topic. It is must a do topic for NEET. So the modern physics unit consists of three chapters, namely photoelectric effect, atoms, and nuclei. It will be held you a total 5 or 6 questions which you can't be or let go of. The best thing about these chapters is that they have a very similar relation of concept and formula which you have already learned in your chemistry section of structure of atom and chemical kinematics. So preparing these chapters a cakewalk for you all. Time management during solving the physics section. The common problem which students face while solving the physics paper is that they fell short of time and end up leaving many questions unattempted which they could be have easily solved otherwise. The best way to deal with this problem is to solve your entire paper 3-4 layers. Whenever you are about to start your physics portion, the first you have a quick glance over all questions in your chapter 2-3 minutes and analyze which questions is from topic and how much time you are going to be devoted to each question. Marks those questions which are very easy and can be solved within few seconds. Then you should start solving your paper with those easy questions and try to gain maximum number of questions which are easy in the first 25-30 minutes of your time. Then go for moderate level questions and finally proceed to the tough and lengthy questions. In this entire process, whenever you are able to solve any question in the first attempt, mark leave the questions for reviewing later. This is your first layer of the solving paper. Make sure that in this first layer you have solved nearly 50 to 60 of the questions. In the second layer, for those easy and moderate level questions which you were unable to solve in this first attempt, and give them a try again. If you are unable to solve some of these questions in the second attempt also, then accept fact that you will not be able to solve them further. In the third layer, you just make sure that you have to not skip any of the questions that were easy. Since you are not going for question easily, there are chances that you might have missed. Solve the questions now. If the time allows, then you must go further layer in which you should try not your hands on the questions which you think are tough or lengthy. I call this technique for solving the paper layer techniques, and it has proved really useful to many of the students previously. One thing worth mentioning is that this technique is only effective if you have already practiced it well in the mock text papers and you are already aware of your strength and weakness. So if you feel that this technique can be useful to you, you must practice it may folds before appearing for the main examination. Some important tips. Physics is a subject which requires a lot of practice, and it is not a subject which you can mug up and succeed. So, as they say for mathematics, that the only way to learn mathematics is to do the mathematics. The same applies for physics also. Make a list of the all important formula and summary of all chapters of physics at one place. Since there are so many formula, assembling all these at one place make it easy to revise. Make sure to take a glance of these notes for just for to going to bed. While solving the numericals for practice, keep your formula notes with you. Analyze whether you could have solved the same problem more easily using some other concept formula. Make sure to focus on those formula which involve more often, which ones being used only some special cases. This will help you understanding as to which topic you are yielding you more questions. Your major focus should be on the previous papers, as some of these questions can be appear directly in your paper. While reading a problem sum, try to understand a basic concepts involved. Analyze how much you are aware of the concept and which formula is appropriate for the given situation. Assing up your preparation. Science, physics is a very vast and versatile subject. You can't have a command over all topics. Hence, it became necessary that you know as to how to approach any question, irrespective of the fact that you are unaware of all concepts involved fully. The core reason that you must remember all formula is that you should be able to solve the problems if one of the variable is missing from the questions and deduce answer. The only way to ace up your preparation in physics is by practice. Try to develop speed and accuracy in your solutions. First focus on developing accuracy and then speed at which you are solving any problem sum. At last, I feel that the information providing by me must be helped me you all in some extent or to overcome your fear of physics. As you will learn the subject, you will surely realize that this subject is the language of universe, and any and every phenomenal happening around you are governed by the laws of physics. Then you will start loving the subject. Be confident, have a faith, and practice. All the best to all the future doctors of the country.